The 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old girls that you guys were referring to, they knew exactly what they were doing. Chances are they weren't 13. But if they were, they weren't. But if they were, they knew what they were doing. Just like you did. Everything that you did when you were 15 years old, underneath the bleachers at somebody else's house, skipping school, in a car, all of those items that you were doing, they're doing the same thing. Don't try to make them victims now.
I'm sorry, but I'm not seeing enough outrage. Hey, I'm not seeing enough people screaming about what is going on. Arrest them all. Lock them all up. I don't get the problem. And why are you guys still pretending like this isn't happening?
The fact that he was there in the first place proves to me that it was his baby that they got rid of. He was there to make sure with his own eyes that that baby was gotten rid of so it wouldn't be raised and brought back later as blackmail.
What more do you need, MAGA? Do you need a video of him being your daughter? Or your sister? Maybe your mother? Is that what it's going to take for you to finally open your eyes and realize this man is not a good man? Touch his children.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, in today's episode we are going to see how actually this MAGA woman mocked the victim of like Epstein story, and everything is so sad, and many Americans, they are so furious with these people. And what's so shocking, she's a woman, and many people also in this video, they'll be reacting on Trump appearing in files saying he should be impeached, in prison, and everything. So guys, let's dive in. The credit belongs to the owner of the videos. I will be back with more commentary.
And I'll say it again. The 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old girls that you guys were referring to, they knew exactly what they were doing. Chances are they weren't 13. But if they were, they weren't. But if they were, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, fuck it. That's a great point. 13, 14, 15-year-old kids, they know exactly what they're doing. So you know what? We should abolish all laws that prohibit kids from doing whatever the fuck kids want to do. So fuck it. From now on, 9-year-old can drive cars, and 10-year-old kids can buy alcohol and all the NyQuil that they want. They can sign contracts, they can join the military, they can all buy guns, they can vote, they can do anything. But I gotta wonder, why do these laws exist in the first place? Oh, I know. It's because we as a collective understand that children do not have the neurological development or the experience to fully understand the risks that they are taking, or have any capacity to understand power dynamics or the consequences of their actions. These laws are not in place to just protect us from these kids making stupid decisions. It's to protect the kids from making stupid decisions that could affect them for the rest of their fucking lives. You cannot tell me that a child under the age of 18, who in some places can't even so much as buy spray paint, has the full developmental capacity to decide to have sex with an adult. And the crazy thing is in all your videos and the multiple accounts that you have, you've never addressed the real issues at hand. The real issue at hand is not children consenting to having sex or paid sex with adults. It's about adults abusing power and taking advantage of children. The reason children cannot consent, I feel sick even saying it, consent to having sex with adults is because adults have life experience. They have money, they have power, they have social capital. These are things that children do not fully understand. That imbalance alone makes consent impossible. What's even more disgusting is that it's almost like you are, not only are you blaming the kids, but you're framing it like the kids were the ones taking advantage of the adults. They knew what they were doing. They were doing it for money. Like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm not saying that you're a pedophile, but I will say I think kids probably need protection from people like you too.
I'm sorry, but I'm not seeing enough outrage. Hey, I'm not seeing enough people screaming about what the fuck is going on, because I just decided to take a little scroll down the Department of Justice's website, and holy fuck. Arrest them all. Lock them all up. I don't get the problem. And why are you guys still pretending like this isn't fucking happening? The proof is all there. Hey, you can search through the files by whatever you want, right? So you know what I put in that little search bar? I said Donald Trump. And you know what showed up? Pages and pages and pages of fucking sufficient evidence to lock him up. So I'm just a little confused why we're all sitting here still making a meme about it and letting him be our president. Like, we are not fucking mad enough yet. And if you are sitting there and you're like, hey, I'm not mad, go to the website and just search whatever you want in those fucking files. Because it's absolutely fucking insane that there is still people supporting him. I am mind blown.
It's time to talk about Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, and Lake Michigan. As you know, there is an FBI tip sheet that was released as part of the Epstein files showing horrific allegations concerning Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, and a young girl concerning Lake Michigan. you have the file, you can see it. I want to talk a little bit more about this file and other FBI tip sheets that were released, not just from a journalistic perspective, but also from a legal perspective. And I'll start off by saying that these files are exactly why we need to see all of the files, right? All of the Epstein files. And the way the Justice Department has been releasing the files is completely unacceptable and in violation of the law. An FBI tip sheet is not evidence in a court of law. And that's why people have to be very careful when we talk about these files like this, because every time you call the FBI and provide a tip, they write it down, kind of like they did with that Lake Michigan tip. Every tip then must be investigated by FBI agents to make sure whether it is true or not. And that's where things get a little murky. Because the DOJ isn't releasing all the files right away, we don't know if this tip was ever investigated. We don't know if there's evidence to corroborate it. Now, I could have come on here and said, oh my God, look at this bombshell document and overhype it and sensationalize it for you all, but I won't do that. Because if I did that, and ultimately we get all the documents and the FBI did investigate it back in 2020 or 2019 and it was completely untrue, then you'd look at me and be like, Aaron, why the hell are you doing this and over-sensationalizing it? So this just highlights exactly why we need all of the files. I've been talking to a lot of folks concerning this tip sheet and others. But you have to remember, a tip sheet is just that. It's just a tip. It's not evidence. I want to be truthful. I want to be accurate. The document exists, but I want more. I want all the files. I want all the context. I want to know if the FBI investigated it. I want to know what the conclusions were. I want all of that before telling you, okay, this is 100%.
So the fact that our president, our current president, the one that's in the White House right now, you know the one, yeah, is still in the White House after he has, in these files, been reported to have sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl and impregnated that girl. And nothing is being done about that. And not to mention the fact that they killed the baby in front of her and threw it into Lake Michigan. This child. And there is nothing being done about this. Where is the anger? Where is the anger and where is the action? Because these call your senators is not cutting shit. They are not being removed. Things are not happening after people commit fucking crimes. And there is nothing being done. Why the fuck is nothing being done?
Donald Trump just released another statement about the Epstein files. It is clear that he's in full-blown panic mode right now. He's saying, don't release them, but release them if they embarrass Democrats. I don't know. He just said, now 1 million more pages on the Epstein files are found. DOJ is being forced to spend all of its time on this Democrat-inspired hoax. He's calling it a hoax again. When do they say no more and work on election fraud? So now he's telling them to break the law and don't release any files. Then he says the Dems are the ones who worked with Epstein, not the Republicans. Release all their names, embarrass them, and get back to helping our country. So within 2 sentences, he went from stop doing it to do it again. The radical left doesn't want people talking about Trump and Republican success, referring to himself in the third person again. Only a long ago dead Jeffrey Epstein, just another witch hunt. Yeah, this totally sounds like someone who's innocent. Nothing to see here, folks. Just, ranting multiple days in a row about Epstein on social media. All good. The files we've seen have already been bad enough. The explosive allegations, the alleged Epstein letter where he implicates Trump, and now there are 1 million more documents coming. That's why he's reacting like that.
So guys, actually, what's shocking is like, since when 13, 14 years old, they know what they're doing. And it's so sad to see the woman who is, maybe she's a mother or auntie or she was young once upon a time, saying something like that. This shows like MAGA, they're willing even to defend this or the orange guy more than the victim. They are willing to do whatever. I'm telling you, even if there is news that he's the one who is for or he did many things, they will defend him no matter what. They rather accuse the victim to like, oh, they went there because they want to, they didn't push them. Can you imagine people say that? And she's a woman and she's proudly saying it online where many people watch. This is something I can say like sad and so disgusting to see. And also people should open their eyes. But it looks like they don't care about the victim. What they care about is about protecting the orange guy. I feel like people were still supporting him right now. They don't care about the victim. They only care about to find people in those files who are Democrats. I think this is more about the left and right than the protecting victim, because I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand what's going on personally. Because, you know, when you even love someone, but you know they did something that horrible, you change your mind. If you're a normal person, if you have brain, if you, I don't know, you're a human being, right? So this is crazy, guys. Let's keep watching, but I'm so shocked and so disappointed.
What happened at Lake Michigan? It seems that there are two camps of people that exist right now. One camp wants to know what happened at Lake Michigan. The other doesn't really care to know at all. One camp believes victims and the other doesn't. Kevin O'Leary, one of those guys that seems to think that most people don't give a poop about what happened. And of course, I disagree with him. If Kevin O'Leary is going on CNN and saying that they don't really care to know if Donald Trump was involved in any of that, we've got bigger fish to fry. He's not just saying that for ratings. They're saying the same thing over there on Fox News, and your daddy is listening to it and he feels the same way. What happened at Lake Michigan? We have to remember that this is SA we're talking about. And the reason why the conviction rate is low on this crime is because people don't believe victims. A victim statement in the Epstein files talking about what happened at Lake Michigan will be believed by some people and not believed by others. And the unescapable fact right now is that the DOJ that we currently have under Donald Trump is calling that statement a hoax before they even have a chance to investigate it. Which is not how law enforcement and investigations work, but that's how they've decided to go about this. So if you questioned a Trump supporter right now, they would say, oh, I'd care about what happens with my daughter. I would want to know. But what if it was somebody that was being accused that they also cared about? That's when their boundary lines start to crack just a little bit. They care about protecting their daughter from predators so long as it doesn't bother anyone else that they also care about. Then they have a tendency to maybe question whether or not the victim is actually telling the truth, even if it is their own daughter. I'm having issues right now, because right now Donald Trump is that person for them. Donald Trump might as well be their cousin Jeff or their brother. Someone's accusing their brother of doing something to a girl that they don't even know. Of course they're going to believe their brother. Of course they're going to believe President Trump didn't do anything. It's their president. Who was this girl over here? Some tramp, some child who was 13 at the time. What does she know? What does a 13-year-old know? They're just kids. They don't remember anything. They don't remember memories correctly. How are we supposed to believe a child? Those are the kind of people we're dealing with. I promise you, these are the kind of people we're dealing with. I promise you. I have listened to these people talk about how 13-year-olds and teenage girls don't have reliable memories. I've sat around kitchen tables hearing people like this talk about how...
This is a question for MAGA and Americans that still support Donald Trump as president. And I guess some of the Australians too that seem to want him and his influence over here. Is there a red line of what he could actually do that would make you stop supporting him? Because I'm still seeing people hosting lives on here, still defending the shit out of him. And it just makes me think, I've never ever seen anyone else in politics that has kept support and has done so much shit. Like, what is your red line? What is the thing that he could do that would make you stop supporting him? It's crazy. This is a question for MAGA and Americans that still support Donald Trump as president. And I guess some of the Australians too that seem to want him and his influence over here. Is there a red line of what he could actually do that would make you stop supporting him? Because I'm still seeing people hosting lives on here, still defending the shit out of him. And it just makes me think, I've never ever seen anyone else in politics that has kept support and has done so much shit. Like, what is your red line? What is the thing that he could do that would make you stop supporting him? It's crazy. This is a question for MAGA and Americans that still support Donald Trump as president. And I guess some of the Australians too that seem to want him and his influence over here. Is there a red line of what he could actually do that would make you stop supporting him? Because I'm still seeing people hosting lives on here, still defending the shit out of him. And it just makes me think, I've never ever seen anyone else in politics that has kept support and has done so much shit. Like, what is your red line? What is the thing that he could do that would make you stop supporting him? It's crazy.
These people don't have sympathy. They don't care about any other person. They are like heartless, and they are like, I don't even understand what's really happening. I don't understand what they're doing. I don't understand why they're doing all this. Because imagine her blaming the survivors. Imagine that things. That is really insane. And so disappointing, disgusting. It doesn't make sense, guys. It's so sad. When I saw the video, I was like, oh my God. How come these kind of people, they still exist in this world? You don't know the horrible, the terrible things those women went through, but you are just blaming them right now? Really? What will happen when one of them was your daughter or your niece or whatever? That's so... Anyway, guys, I don't understand, and I'm so trying to see how MAGA react on it. And what's so crazy and make me so mad personally is the way they call themselves Christian. Christianity is not about that. You know, this is the kind of the people who just destroy Christianity image. Because I'm Christian too, I know what I'm stand for. We don't stand off like blaming teenagers because we want to defend some people, because I don't know, because we are racist, because we don't want to see the truth. And Christian love, our Bible teaches to love one another, to support one another, no matter how they look like, no matter how much they have, no matter anything. We don't see that. You just need to love your neighbor. You need to support them. You need to be there for them. You need to put them first, as like something like that. But whatever I see MAGA, what they present is the opposite of that. So for them to use Christianity as the weapon is so disgusting. It's so very disgusting. And what's so sad is to not see more Christians talking about that and telling people the truth, because this will push people going to church, knowing more about God and Jesus. They will keep people like away because they don't see good things for those one who call themselves Christian. And this is so crazy. This woman should be punished, should be like, I don't know. But what's for real, karma is real. It will catch her. For now, the information I had, by the way, they already deleted her account. I'm really happy for that. They should even put her in prison because she don't have sympathy. She's heartless, actually. That's what I can say. This is crazy, guys. And as you saw, many people also, they're like, we want to see more file of Epstein. We know there's more. We know that you are hiding something. Stop protecting those rich people, or the orange guy. Just put everything out. If he's not guilty, we will see that. Why are you hiding? Why are you branching many papers? Why are you deducting information from that? You promised us to give us the full information, and that's what we are waiting for. And I understand what people are asking, because this is what they promised them. Even the Trump, he promised them too. So he should deliver his promise. And I think people should not be quiet. They should just ask what they promised. So guys, I don't know what you think personally about all this. Me, I'm so sad I'm so disappointed in that woman, and so disgusted also at the same time, because this is shocking. This is insane. People should not be quiet about all this. The Epstein file should be released, and people should know the truth. The people who are like guilty, they should pay for that. For the victim's sake, for the like new generation's sake. Otherwise, people will think like they will do things because they have money and they get like no one will touch them, no one will punish them. Yeah, so guys, I don't know what you think. Let me know what you think. But if you want, I can show you some message from the this video where this woman was saying this. The first one said, MAGA women are demons. It's not like all MAGA, but if you are still supporting, I know there's people who used to be MAGA, now they change, but if you are still thinking like this, that the victim were grown up enough, you are not okay in head. And the other one say, somebody please reach out for her job. Yeah, I think so too. And this one was saying the account was being deleted. Other one say, imagine blaming children instead of adult is weird and disgusting and embarrassing. Then other one say, did she assume they got paid? Can you imagine? People who think like... Anyway, guys, this is so sad. I'm so sad about all this. I don't know what you think. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share. I'll see you next time as always. Bye.